Okay, you guys, let's get into it. Y'all see, I got some fresh braids, period, 14 of them, if you guys are wondering. But this is the lace of the wig we'll be installing today. The knots are super thin, okay, and the lace is HD, as you can see. Hairline is pre-plucked to perfection. I did not pluck this wig, not even a tad bit. This is the inside of the wig. I'm going to go ahead and cut off these clips right here just so we can have a more flatter, comfortable wig installation. And this is a band that comes with the wig. I went ahead and took it out because I pretty much didn't need it, because the straps that already are built into the wig kind of give me that security that I already need. So yeah, but just showing you guys that it comes with that. And this is the makeup I'll be using to tint the lace. So that's what the lace looks like after it's tinted. Right before this, I went to the hair store to get some things that I needed for this install. So I'm just showing y'all this bag that I got. First thing that I got was some edge control because I didn't have no more. So I'm going to take my edge brush and scoop that into that jar and put that on my edges to protect them. Also some isopropyl alcohol, or however you say it, okay? Do not say nothing to me, okay? Just know it's the alcohol. And we're going to use that to clean off our skin from any of that residue from the edge control before we go ahead and apply our cap. And now that that is on, I'm going to just stretch it out and make sure that it has all my hair inside of it. Take my scissors here and cut around my ear so the actual cap can stay down, especially around our ears. So now I'm going to take my Ebony Wonder Lace spray in the gold can, and I'm going to spray this around my hairline. I honestly want to start using glue for my cap so I can have a super accurate layout of my hairline, but I don't have any more, so I'm going to still be using my spray for this install. I'm taking a little bit and I'm making sure to be really delicate with this and spray it right where my hairline is and not just spray it wherever, you know, to melt the cap. Like, I want it to be as close to my hairline as possible so I can have a more natural install. You feel me? Like, I don't want it to just be sprayed all over and then it's just like a straight line for my bald cap, which that's not ever really the case, but you get what I mean? Like, I just want this to look more natural. So as you can see, like, the spray is pretty much super close to my hairline and right where my baby hairs end. I went ahead and blow dried that on a warm high setting to make it dry down faster rather than the cool. It really doesn't make a difference, but it was pretty much faster. So I'm taking my scissors here and I'm going to cut around all the extra cap that we do not need, and I am going to pull this a little bit right here at the ends because it was like too close to my face. I wanted this to be right where my hairline was, like how I explained. Because like if I was to use the glue, then I would be able to actually trace out my hairline. With the spray, it's going to be harder to do that. So yeah, we just improvised today, but hopefully in the next couple of installs that I do, I'll re-up on some glue and yeah, we'll be able to have a more accurate hairline layout so our wigs can look even more natural, because I really do not like when they're sitting too low on my forehead. Like, I really don't. I want to avoid that as much as I can. But yeah, I'm just stretching out this cap so I can get it as close to my hairline. As you can see, it's looking pretty accurate. So in the back, I'm going to cut off this piece right in the middle and tie that up, tuck my hair and do it in a double knot, and then I'm just going to cut off that extra cap as well at the back. I'm going to take the same makeup that I used to tint the inside of the wig on my bald cap here, and I have a new makeup brush, which I'm really glad that I got a new one because the other one was super cakey, and this has this cap looking so blended. Like, definitely clean your makeup brush for your wigs, okay? Because I do not do that, and this looks like probably the best melt ever that I've had with my bald cap because I have a clean brush. So I went ahead and put makeup on where my part is going to be and not all over the cap because, girl, that is so unnecessary. Like, we're not doing that no more. It is in 2018. But now that this wig is on, I'm going to go ahead and push this hairline back a little bit with my hot comb just so I can have a more accurate layout when I do melt it and know, you know, where exactly to melt and lay down this lace at. So I'm gonna pin this hair back real quick and get to cutting off my ear tab. I'm using my finger to trace out where my ear is to show you guys where I'll be cutting it. And I'm also keeping it aligned with my bald cap. So I'm going to cut all the way into the top of my ear, and then all the extra lace that comes off, I'm going to cut that as, oh my gosh, cut that off as well. Girl, I'm talking way too fast. Let me slow down. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other side as well. Before I actually apply product to melt the lace into my skin, I always want to see an accurate look of where I want it to sit. So this is me just pulling it down, stretching it out to be like, okay, like, is this where I'm going to lay it? And once I have a mental picture of where I want the lace to sit, I go ahead and pull back my lace, pull that wig on back, and yeah, we're going to get started on applying the product. So like I said, I have a mental picture for where I want this lace to sit. So that's what I'm kind of using in my head to where I want to put this product at. So the same thing with my bald, oh my gosh, I can't talk today, forgive me. The same thing with my bald cap. I don't want to just spray this spray anywhere. I want it to have more of an accurate hairline look. So I'm trying to be more just careful with this spray because I don't want it to just be sprayed all over, yada yada, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm doing 3 layers of this spray, and I'm just drying it down on a warm setting until it is tacky, and that is when I'll go in with my next layer. And to see that it's tacky, I'm going to just use my finger to tap on the product, and if it's sticky, super sticky, that means okay, I can move on to the next layer. And once it's 3 layers, it's sticky enough. So yeah, that's when I'll go ahead and melt it. But I just repeat this 3 times. And to give you a more accurate description of like where I place the spray at when I'm using spray to do my installs is I always leave at least at most an inch of spray. Like, y'all seen, if you go play back, you'll see like it's about an inch of spray that I use in front of my cap. Now I'm going to go ahead and place this lace on top of this product and use my hands to really melt and stick this lace onto this product. Take my fine tooth comb and my blow dryer on a warm setting to seal everything in even more. And then the ends do not be melting as good, so I'm going to just repeat the process of putting the spray on and then placing the lace on top and blow drying it because yeah, I'm not dealing with that because they don't stick. We need these to stick just as well as everything else is going to stick. Because I'm telling you, if I was to wrap it up, it would literally lift up again after I'm done, like with the melting band. So I'm going to clip this hair up and take my melting band because I literally would not be able to do this melting band if the hair wasn't clipped up. But I'm going to go ahead and stretch out the lace on both ends to make sure that it's really secure. Put this band on and double knotted, a slight double knot, nothing too crazy because it's going to make our head and brain burst. But yeah, I'm gonna let that sit for 20 minutes or 15, I don't know. I'll just use the time that is on the can. I really cannot think of if it's 15 or 20 minutes at the moment. But yeah, while that is on, I'm going to go ahead and get this part together. For this wig, we are doing a deep side part today because we had a lot of parting space. And I'm just using some bio silk to kind of get this hair in the front more flat. Because yeah, if you don't do this, it won't make that much of a difference if you like your hair to sit on your head and be super big and fluffy, like all the way around. But I prefer my curly wigs to be pretty flat at the top, not too flat, but flat enough. You feel me? So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. I'm using the Care wax stick at the top of the hair as well to get the hair even more flat. And I'm just reinforcing my hot comb, using it in a very slow motion all the way throughout. And yeah, it's been about 15 or 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my band, and the hairline is looking real clean. I'm going to use the scissors to cut off on the sides, and then this is the motion that I'm going to use for my razor, just to give y'all a slight demonstration before I started. But yeah, I'm just going in an up and down motion, and I'm getting as close to the hairline as possible. But I'm also making sure, especially in the front, to do it more jagged, especially because I'm not doing baby hairs in the middle. So I want the hairline to look really, really natural in the front and not like it's cut straight across. So yeah, look how melted that looks like already, literally. So yeah, getting as close to the hairline and yeah, all the way down. And on to the next side here. Just making sure I get it really, really close to the hairline. And don't sweat it if some of the hair from the hairline comes off. You feel me? Because me personally, I like to cut that off now. It just makes it look more natural when it's all said and done. No, because Asteria hair really snapped with this plucking work. Like, this looks insane in the best way possible. But I'm going into my bag because I also bought this as well from the hair store. Some more Ebon Wonder Lace spray because, girl, my black can spilled everywhere. Not the spray, but the spritz. Anyways, I bought the red version this time. I can't tell you if I like it or not. I'm gonna have to let you guys know in later videos because, yeah, I really don't know. But I'm just taking this product to my finger and tapping that on top of this lace to give it a even further melt. And I'm going to pin my hair up again because I am about to put on this melting band. And yeah, we don't need all this hair in the way. But I'm taking some more makeup, the Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation in the shade RD15 on top of it to give it a even more seamless look. You feel me? It steps to this. But yeah, I'm going to clean off any extra makeup that got onto my head before I put this band on. And while this band is on, I'm going to go ahead and get to this hair, this beautiful luscious curly hair, this thick ass hair. Okay, but I'm taking this detangling brush. Ooh, I love it. I'm gonna have to link something similar for y'all in the description box because when I tell you, leave those dimming brushes alone. This brush right here got through these curls like fucking magic. Excuse my language, but look, I just had to use a colorful word because really though, I'm using Lotta Body because the girls on TikTok said that Lotta Body is the way to do it, to get your curls really defined. And the mousse that I've been using is way too sticky. And they was not lying. Like, I really did enjoy using the Lotta Body for the curls. I wanted to do something different today for my curls instead of just leaving them how I usually do. So I'm actually going to wrap my finger around some sections with the mousse, a lot of mousse. And yeah, I'm just going to slide it off to really get a popping, defined curl. I was going to do this all throughout, but girl, this hair was too thick, like 250% density. I was not going to want to do that throughout this whole entire hair. Like, no, I'll do that in another video when I have a wig with less density. But yeah, y'all, just did it on a couple of pieces. And what I found out was that the bigger pieces you go, the more defined that the curls are going to be and more juicier that they're going to look. So yeah, I didn't start doing bigger pieces until I got to the back. And once I redid it the next day for pictures. But yeah, y'all, I'm twirling it like away from my face and also towards it in some sections. But yeah, I only did that, like I said, in a couple of sections. I didn't show you guys each one that I did, but just know I did a couple, maybe like 10 throughout the whole entire hair. But if you feel like it, go ahead and do this whole thing on this wig. But girl, I did not feel like it. So now we're starting on our baby hairs. This is going to be really detailed, y'all, like, because the way that I ate so bad with these, I have to tell y'all exactly how I did it. So as I'm pulling out this hair for the baby hairs, I'm noticing that the part that I have, it's not deep enough for my liking and the way that I want my baby hairs to be done. So I'm just going to redo that a little bit to make it a little deeper. And I'm using my comb here to kind of just see how I want them to lay and what I want them to look like, so I can know how much hairs to pull out. So once I see, I'm going to just section that away from the rest of the hair and twirl that up just to keep that out the way and keep it stationed while I move on. So I'm doing the same thing with my sideburns, and I'm just making sure I like how it would lay. So now for the left side, I'm making sure to keep it super symmetrical with the right side. I'm paying close attention to the middle of the wig and the way that the hairline looks, so I can keep it symmetrical and that they can sit right at the same spot, if that makes sense. You feel me? But yeah, once I have those all mapped out, I'm taking my hot comb just to smooth out these hairs at the front so that when I do my baby hairs, like, they can seamlessly glide into each other. Now I'm taking my razor and I'm shaving off these baby hairs a little bit above where my eyebrow ends, and I'm just going to pull that down to make sure I like where that's ending. And I'm going to do the same thing with my sideburns. I'm pulling out some more hair though because I felt like it needed more, and I'm shaving these off in a downwards motion right where my ear ends so I can have a super accurate look. You feel me? And I'm using that same method on the other side as well. And with the sideburns, I am going to pluck out these hairs a little bit because sideburns are good for looking extra thick on me, especially because I cut off so much lace in the beginning since my head is small and these hairlines be really, really long. So I'm just making sure to pluck some of these hairs out. And now I'm going to take my pencil flat iron and go ahead and curl these baby hairs under. And I like to do them in 2 sections just because it gives them a more fluffier look, I feel like. And in the front, I'm just going to redo that one to give it a even more fluffy curl. But yeah, I'm just dragging it out to bump it and boom. And I'm going to do the same thing on the left side here. So I'm taking the edge brush and I'm using the comb side to comb them in the direction that I would want them to lay. And I'm noticing I do want some more hair so that these hairs can swoop really well into the rest of the hair. So I'm going to cut that off and bump it, and taking my Got To Be glue spray, I'm going to start melting these baby hairs down. And I am using my finger here as well. And I love using the comb side of the edge brush because it gives a very accurate just look for them to look super wispy and cute, uniform, and put together. And when I'm doing fluffy baby hairs, especially with curly hair, it's a must for me to do spray instead of any like sticky product like gel or anything like that, because it makes them look really, really fluffy, and it gives you more room for error and for just playing with them to make them look how you want them to look. But yeah, I'm just swooping them into each other, and I'm going to take my tweezers here and tweeze some hairs out because I noticed it was a little bit too thick. And honestly, you can just be able to tell where it's too thick, like especially if you're looking at a reference picture. And that's what I was doing. I will go ahead and insert that picture now of what I was looking at. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Here I go, talking too fast. What I was looking at, shout out to my girl because she really be doing the fuck out of her baby hairs. So yeah, I used her picture today for the inspiration. I really wanted them to look really, really clean, you know, just really clean, fluffy, melted, not too melted to where they look crazy, but melted to the point where it's like, yeah, like, you know. Anyways, I want to repeat the same thing here on the left side. I'm not doing too much swooping into the hairs for real as much as I did on the other side because there's no part on this side, but I am making sure to get it pretty much swooped into the hair as well, so it's not looking too different from each other, if that makes sense. I'm going to pluck out some more hairs on the right side there, as I'm noticing the left side is a little bit more frayed and light than the other side, so I want them to look and match up perfectly. And I also wanted to add a little swoop in the front here, just add a little bit of razzle dazzle since we're not doing a baby hair in the middle. I'm making sure to use my finger especially to reinforce melting this hair down and keeping it flat as I'm styling it and getting it to the shape that I want. But yeah, I'm doing this like a good amount of times until I get it to where I want it to lay. And then I'm going to cut off all the extra hairs that I don't need anymore because they're too long and we were not about to leave it like that. But yeah, once that's done, I'm going to actually take some Got To Be glue gel just to get this to lay flat. When I'm doing swoops like this, I have to use gel because it's going to help it stay down and lay flat without it looking, you know, not melted, if that makes sense. I'm plucking out some more hairs on this right side because I wanted them to look really natural, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm going to cut off some hairs too in the front because they were a little bit too long. They weren't too long, they were just longer than the left side. And like I said, I wanted them to look really, really symmetrical. So I'm taking some more Got To Be glue spray. I don't know, y'all, oh my gosh, somebody stop me. But using some more Got To Be glue spray just to remelt it the way that I had it before. And I'm like, okay, period. I'm going to take my blow dryer to get all of the hairs melted down so that they won't move, because yeah, we're using spray and that is mandatory. To get these looking even more perfect, I'm going to cut off that hair in the middle that was longer than the rest of the hairs and delicately with a light hand remelt it again. Use that blow dryer and boom, like, ooh, it looks so good. So now I'm doing my sideburns using that Got To Be glue spray and my edge brush, not my edge brush, but the edge comb of the edge brush. And I noticed that it was like it looked okay. You really could leave it looking like this, but I'm extra. I wanted them to look different because I knew that the left side was not going to look like that. So yeah, pulled out some more hairs, and I'm like, okay, that looks a lot better. So now I'm going to move on into the left side. When I'm telling y'all, using the comb of the edge brushes is so clutch. It just makes the edges look really, really good, and you can really get an accurate, just natural look when you use the comb side. Like, I'll probably never use that brush side of the edge brush, like probably never. I added some more hairs in the front because the lace wasn't really blending like I wanted it to, and that's because I left the melting band on when I did it the second time for way longer than I needed to, so it was kind of looking sticky and weird. So I wanted to cover that up, and you really can't tell on camera. Like, you really cannot tell on camera. I really did not have to do that, but I did. So here we are, and they really didn't look bad. It just wasn't necessary. So now I am taking some more product to the front of the hair on the top to just get it looking more flat, and I'm using some holding spray as well, some Tresemme holding spray to seal everything into place, to melt everything further, just to make everything look more sleek. Like, we did what? Hopped out of a salon chair. Like, somebody really just did the fuck out of our hair, and it was really just us. Some more care wax stick too in the front to really make this hairline look super crisp, because like I said, this plugging work was crazy. And honestly, what I love about pre-plucked wigs, especially when it's done to this extent, like done this well, it's so much easier to get good looking baby hairs, like way easier. I took a light concealer shade to the part to get everything looking just more put together. And then I took some, what was that? Some oil sheen. I'll have everything linked down below of what I use. But yeah, and this is the finished look, you guys. Like, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and really took something away from this so that your baby hairs can look this good. Your curls can pop like this. And I highly recommend this wig. Really though, like the density was so high, the curls were so pretty, and the plucking was immaculate. Like, all you have to do is put this wig on and get to work. You feel me? But yeah, hair show, period. Y'all see the curls, so juicy, so luscious. I made sure to show you guys what the hair looked like 2 days later once it was all dried down, and I separated the curls that I coiled up with my finger. It dried down perfectly, so beautiful. It was a little frizzy only because I didn't do the best job with separating the curls, but yeah, this is how it looks. Just to give you guys a reminder, this is Asteria's Curly 13x4 HD Lace Pre-Plucked, Pre-Bleached curly wig. Okay, 250% density. But yeah, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to like the video for sure. And yeah, I will see you lovely people in the next video.